Hello friends. Hello friends. My name is Amir. In this video, I want to show you how is IP address and MAC address and what is IP addressing, and also I want to learn you something about subnetting. Is very important. It's in network. First, we want to be familiar with MAC address. What is MAC address? MAC address or media access control is a 48-bit address that is used for communication between two hosts, and in networking and in layer 2 we can use it in our communication, and also is unique. MAC addresses are usually written in the form of 12 hexadecimal digits like this one. All of the devices like computer, TV, mobile telephone, laptop has a unique MAC address. To find your MAC address, you should open your command prompt and write ipconfig/all, and you can see what is your MAC address for network card here. And as I said, it's very important in networking, and we should use it in some communication in layer 2. But in the next videos, I want to show you how and where. And also we have IP address, and IP address is a unique also logical identifier for a node or host connection on an IP network. And this is 32 bits binary number, as you can see, or like this number here. All of the devices also can get IP address, maybe by DHCP or also static. And we can also use IP address in layer 3 to communicate to other devices. But there are many differences between MAC address and IP address. For example, MAC address works in layer 2 and IP address works in layer 3. And also about what is the structure of MAC address and IP address. This is 12 digits, and IP address has 32 bits and decimal numbers. MAC address cannot be changed. It's like your ID number or ID card or national ID that you have in your country. But about IP address is different because it can be changed anytime. For example, if you go home, you can get any IP address. If you go at work, you can get any IP address. If you can connect to router, you can get another IP address, and it's different. Like your post, I mean address post. Yes, and something that you can see also here about differences between MAC address and IP address. Also, we have types of IP address are IP version 4 and IP version 6. IP version 4 is 32 bits, like this one, 192.168.10.1. And also we have IP address version 6, and it's new, and it's 128 bits address, like 2001 colon 1111 colon 2222 colon 3333 colon /64. But now we should focus on IP address version 4. In IP address version 4, you can see here an IP address including some 1 and 0 number based on computer science, as you know, is a binary form. Computer science includes 0-1 code, so it is sometimes useful to view the value in the binary form. For example, if you can see 192.168.10.1 here, how to calculate a binary form. You can learn it here. For example, you can write the first number should be times 128. Second number should be multiplied by 64 and other 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. And it's a standard. And you can see only we have 2 1 here in the first section. And it's also 8 number here for all of the octet here. This is 1 oct, 1 octet, 2 octet, third octet, and also fourth octet here. And you can see it should be 128 plus 64 is 192. And it's also same for this binary. This binary also, you can calculate binary, or you can calculate also IP address with binary. For example, if you have this binary here, binary number and binary form, you should multiply 1 by 128 as a standard. The second should be times 64, and third should be 32, and also 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, and should be 168. And also you can calculate it for 10 and 1. But sometimes it's better you can also learn about how to calculate. But in the Google you can search convert IP address to binary online, and you can only write your binary and can get IP address, and also vice versa. Yes, it works for you. We have also types of addresses. Every IP address consists of network identifier and host identifier. The IP network is divided based on class of network. The class of network is determined by the leading bits of the IP address as shown below here, net ID and host ID. Also, we have, besides network ID or network host and host addresses, we have also broadcast addresses. Broadcast addresses also is a special type of IP version 4 address that is used to send packets to all hosts in a particular network. The broadcast address is always the highest or last address in the network, like for example 10.0.0.255. And what is address class? Because we have talked about address class, and we said IP network is divided based on class of network. We have 5 for class and address class here. You can determine which class any IP address is in by examining the first 4 bits of the IP address. But generally, we can say class A, including and beginning with 127, between 1 to 126 decimal. And in this situation, the first octet portion is network, and 3 of them is host portion. In class B, addresses should be begin with 128 to 191 decimal. And it's better also show you, for example, in class A you have between 1 to 126, and only the first also is important to recognize it here. For example, 10 between 1 to 26, 126, 000, and it's categorized in class A. And in class B, for example, between 128 to 191, and you can see 172 is between 128 to 191. But if IP address is classified in class B, you can say the first and second portion and octets belongs to network portion, and third and fourth portion and octets belong to host. We can come back to here and you can see I'm talking about network ID and also host ID. And you can see this is network ID and this is host ID here, and network ID and host ID here. And also in class C, you can also see class C addresses is between 192 to 228. You can see here decimal. And in this class, you can see first, second, and third octets belong to network portion, and this last portion belongs to host portion. And about class D and class E also, it's between 224 to 239 decimal, and also class E between 240 to 254 decimal, like this one and like this one. But class D addresses are reserved for only multicasting. And also about class E are reserved for future use. They should not be used for host addresses. Only we should work with class A, B, and C as designer here. Types of IP version 4 address. We have also generally 2 forms for IP address 4 addresses: private and public. Private IP address is used in LAN network only. Sometimes private IP address, also called LAN addresses. Private IPs uniquely defined in a LAN network. It means inside a LAN network, you can assign same IP address to different hosts. Also, you can assign same IP address in two different LAN networks. There are certain addresses in each class of IP address that are reserved for private networks. In internal network, you can use class A, B, C only this range of IP address between 10.0.0.0.0 to 10.254, 254, 254, and also class B between this network address and IP address, and also class C between these network addresses. But different of them, it depends on how many hosts you want to use or how many subnets you want to use. For example, here you can get if you or limited host orders, and also but in class A you can get a lot of host orders. But in most or largest company, you should use class A, and in small company you can use class C, and also intermediary also you can use class B. And also, what is public IP address? Public IP address is provided by ISP or Internet Service Provider. Public IP is globally unique, it's very expensive, and a host with private IP cannot go to the internet. So, whenever a host sitting in our LAN network wants to go to the internet, first router performs NAT to convert private into public IP address, then it forwards the request to the internet. When we check an internet connection, the ISP assign us only a single public IP, which works like a gateway for our small network. And also, this is address those address which are used by inter network devices for routing protocol, and is public IP address, but it's very expensive. And in this situation, company buy, for example, 10 or 20 public IP address and use private IP address between users in the company and translate private IP address to public IP address by NAT, and can get access and connection to the internet or world. And also, what is subnet mask? As we saw earlier, the IP address is divided into the network and host portions. Like an IP address, subnet mask also consists of 32 bits. Computers use it to determine the network part and portion and the host portion of an address. The ones in the subnet mask represent a network part. The zeros also a host part. For example, if you can see subnet mask here 255.0.0.0, it should be also 255.0.0.0. This zero is extra, excuse me about that. And you can convert it to binary, and we have also learned how can calculate binary and convert binary to subnet to, for example, IP address or subnet mask, or this form of number. And in subnet mask also we need to we also use the prefix length is the number of ones one from the left hand side, and it denotes the network and the host person. To represent the prefix length in network devices, use a special type of IP version for address known as the subnet mask. The subnet mask is shown by placing a 1 in the network portion and also 0 in the host portion. For example, if you have a /24 as a prefix length is expressed as a subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. It means a /24 1, you should calculate 24 1 here, and it's the network portion, and rest of them is 0 and it's host portion. And also you can calculate what is the binary. Binary should be 1 multiplied by 128 plus 1 multiply. We can come back to here, and how can you can calculate it. 1 multiply 128, 1 multiply by 64 for for 255. Also you should write here 1 multiply by 32 and whatever. Okay, and you can learn it. As I said, the remaining bits low order of the subnet mask are zeros and indicating the host address within the network. Here. There are 3 IP network addresses reserved for private network, as we said. The address is 10.0.0/8. This is prefix length /8. 172.0.0/12. Prefix length, this is 12, and also 192.168.00/16. And you can see binary mask and also prefix length and subnet mask here for all of the subnet mask here. For example, if you have a /8, it means subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. If you have prefix length 9, you can see and you can say subnet mask is 255.128.0.0. And also, for example, for /20, 255.255.240.0. And also, this is binary max. And with binary max, by binary max, I have learned how to calculate this number 255, 255, 255, 240, and also 0. And this table, you can use it for getting subnet mask calculation. And we have any example here. You have address class identification. You want to say what is IP address class identification. As we can come back here, and I want to show you if this IP address will be between 1 to 126, it's class A. Is between 128 to 191, this class B. Okay, and if you come here, you can see this is class B because it starts with 150 and it's between 128 to 191. Yes, and it's about also 10, 250, 11. and is class A because it's between the first one, the first octet between 1 to 127. And you can get address class identification. And what to calculate and what to find out about network identification. In class B, two octets belongs to network portion. First, you should say is class A or class B or class C. Yes, it's clearly is class B, and say because it's class B and it means and it results in 177 and 100 100 is portion of or network portion, and also is for 118 119 18 45 0. Only 119 is the network portion because it's class A. And also you can come back here and you can see in class B the two first octets belong to network portion. In class C the third octets belong to network portion, and the last one, for example here, um, belongs to host portion. And also it's same for host identification. 10, 15, 128, 50. The portion, host portion is 15, 128, 123, and 50. Because this is class A. And what about 172, 2, 171, 2, 199, 31? This is 199, 31 is host portion. And also we have default subnet mask. We have default subnet mask and we have also custom subnet mask. And you should calculate custom subnet mask, but it's not now. Maybe in next videos we can talk about. It's very early to talk about. But default subnet mask is for class B 255.255.0.0. For class A, this it belongs to class A because it starts with 119, and this is 255.0.0.0. Also, we have lack of dot here. Yes, and for class C also it's 255.255.255.0. For example, you have any example here for address class. We have three address class that we can use, class A, B, C. Leading bits for class A is 0, for class B 10, and for class C is 110. And network bits, how many 1 that we have here? This is 8 for class A. For class B, this is 16, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 here. And the rest of them is 0 because it belongs to host. And also you can see network bits for class C is 24. It means in class C you have 24 1 here in 3 octaves. And it means you have only, for example, in class C, only 8 0 in the last octet. In class A, as you can see here, we have only 8 bits. 1 here is belong to network, and rest of them is 0. This is 8, 8, 8, and it should be 24 host bits or host portion. And in this situation, you can see in class A, we have only 128 network, but we have 16 million host IP address. How we can calculate 128? How many network we have? This is here. 2 the power of network bits, this is 8, minus 1 should be 128. And how we can calculate also addresses per network or host address. It's better we say addresses per network, but it's different with host address. How many addresses do you have? You have 2 the powers of 24 host bits, I mean here, minus 2, and it should be 16 million. In this table, you can see if you need a lot of networks, you should use class C, because 2 million, yeah, almost 2 million networks you have here. And also only 256 for each network you have host. But if you need, for example, only 110 networks and a lot of IP addresses, you should use class A. Based on our needs, we should use and we should say which class I want to use in our company. And the last, I have also other here. Okay. Another form of IP version, IP addresses of IP version 6. It has 128-bit addresses and has a much larger address space than 32 bits. Because as you can see, in IP version 4 only we have 4 billion addresses in the world, but we have also maybe 8 or 9 billion people right now in the world. And in this situation, we need new system of IP addressing. And for example, keep in mind every additional bit doubles the number of IP addresses. So we go from 4 billion to 8 billion and 16 to 16, 32, and 64, and whatever. Keep doubling until you reach 128, from 32 to 128 bits. With 128 bits, I mean IP version 6, this is the largest value you can create. You can see how many IP addresses we can get here. There are so many. We have the different form for IP version 6, unicast, multicast, anycast, and in unicast also you have global unicast like this one. Start with 2000 : /3. This is also prefix length for IP version 6. And also you have link locale, start with FE80. We have loopback : /1 / 128, and this one is unspecified. And also we have unique local FC00, and also embedded IP version, and you can see like here. Another is multicast. Multicast also can be well known, transient, and also this one here. And also we have anycast. And this is the form of IPv6 address, and you can see it belongs to global unicast. It's because it's like 2000, okay, 2001. And by other words, IPv6 is a new generation IP address that is mainly developed to overcome IPv4 exist and its limitations. As you know, IPv4 were limited because another thing is important in Ccna. We can shorten IPv6 IP address instead because original you can write this one for IPv6 address, but you can shorten it with 2041 and you have 000 here and 140F here, and instead of 000000000, you can also write here, you should write here only colon. You can see between two colon there is nothing here, and it means is zero, and zero is not real, and also rest of them. But there are so many things about IPv6, and for example, global unicast address is similar to public IP address version 4, and these are globally unique, internet routable addresses, and also global unicast addresses can be configured statically or assigned dynamically. Also, we have link local. Link local address are also used to communicate with other devices on the same local link. We have unique local. Another type of unicast address is also unique local unicast address. IP version unique local address have some similarity to RFC 1918 private IP address for IP version 4. Yes. The first question and key is about example question. Which of the following is class C IP address? We know about class C is between, if we come back here, you can see class C is between 192 to 228, and it's 204 67 108.40 54. How many bits are in IP version 4? IP version 4 is comprised of 4 octets of binary digits, each containing 8 bits, resulting in a 3, 2, or 32, it's better to see, 32 bits. Also, 128 is for IP version 6. But the right answer here is 32. Which two parts are components of an IP version 4? It's very simple because we don't have subnet portion, we don't have logical portion, physical and broadcast. For IP address, we have network portion and host portion. Subnet portion is for subnet mask. Physical portion is we don't have any physical portion, and broadcast portion is the feature that we can send to all of the devices, and is a form of addresses, but it's not a form of IP address version 4. Okay, so the answer is network portion and host portion. What subnet mask is represented by the slash notation slash 20? Slash 20 represents a subnet mask with 20 ones. Okay, maybe it's better I have written here something for you. We need to write 21 here, 8, 16, and 17, 18, 19, and 20. And it means 1 times 128, another is 64, another is 32, another is 16, and rest of them is 0. It's not important. And it should be, if you calculate it, it should be 240. Yes, it's very simple. And also, yeah, you can come back to this subnet mask table here, and slash 20 is 24, 40 subnet mask. Which 3 IP addresses are private? As you can remember, we have some IP addresses are private. This is 10.1.1.1 and also 172.16.4.4 and also 192.168.555.3. And range should be between 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255.255 and also 172.16.0.0, 172.31.255.255. As you can see, for example, this one is not in this range because it's 32 in second octet here and is public IP address. It's not private. You cannot use it as private. It's among ISP, internet service provider, and assign it as a public IP address reserved. And which of these address is the shortest abbreviation for the IP address? You can also learn about shorten, how we can write shorten here. As you can see, this first octet is okay, and the second also should be same. But what about here? We don't need write 000 here, and also this 2 1 should be removed. Only AB should be, and again colon, and this also the last should be 57 because 0057 is right, is like 57. But yes, this one is right here. Instead of, for example, here you can write 0 and 0. Yes, and thank you for watching, friends, and I hope it will be useful for you. Have a nice day.